Good day, dear leading ladies. My very sincere apologies for the interruption. It was not envisaged at all. We had made very necessary efforts to make sure that didn't come up, but you know we we just couldn't stop that from happening. My very sincere pleasure that I welcome you to virtual interactive meeting. Today, I'll verbally introduce the Leading Lady Network to you all. This was skeletally done when I wrote an introduction article on the Facebook page. The Leading Lady Network is a platform created to mentor, coach, inspire, provide opportunities for every leader with a vision, with a passion, and with an aspiration to make an impact in our generation and to leave long lasting legacies that have the capacity not just to impact or to influence, but to positively disrupt the status quo. The Leading Lady Network will be addressing 7 areas majorly, and they are religion. So, this simply means if there are ladies amongst us that believe they have a calling to serve God in that capacity, they are most welcome on this platform. They would get all the mentoring that they need, all the grooming that they need, because there would be mentors in house to offer this. And permit me to say that the entire vision of the Leading Lady Network rests on one singular scripture found in the book of Psalm 89, verse 21. And that verse simply says that by you, I'm paraphrasing now, that by you the arm of the Lord will be established and that he will strengthen you. If I'm to quote exactly how it's written, it says, with whom my hand shall be established, my arm also shall strengthen him. So you can put your name there, that with you, so with Kelechi, the arm of the Lord will be established and he will strengthen me. Many times, why many people are afraid to launch out is because they believe they might encounter some kind of evil coming from whatsoever domain. But that is the word of the Lord to us. It says that by you, the arm of the Lord will be established. So if you're in this place and you do not see that as the background, as the foundation for your aims, for your pursuits, then probably you are in the wrong place. That should be the background, that should be the foundation for every one of our pursuits. If not, it will be void of God. And believe me, the Leading Lady Network is not void of God, because it is in God that we derive our true purpose. The other area would be in the government, women in politics. I happen to be a member of 1 or 2 platforms, and then I also have mentors in this area. The economy, education, health, arts, entertainment, and media summed up into one, and then the social groups. When we say the social groups, we mean the NGOs, we mean the social enterprises, and all of that. And so, if any of these areas you believe you have a form of expression in any of these areas, you've been called into any of these areas, then this platform is for you. You will get all of the mentorship that you need. You will get all of the grooming that you need. You would also get all of the opportunities that you need. This network would help and empower any lady with a belief she has a calling in these areas achieve her aim. The Leading Lady Network is structured to have 3 strata in order to achieve its purpose. The green leading ladies, these are ladies that are in the group to be mentored, coached, and inspired. This group is expected to grow into 1,000 ladies in 3 years, which is a period of mentorship. I remember in the initial article that I wrote, in the introductory article, I said part of the reasons I had to start this off was because on different platforms, during different speaking engagements, I've seen people come to me wanting to be mentored. It cannot be done carelessly. It cannot be done with a lackadaisical approach. And that was why I had to create a structure for it. And the least period of this mentorship would be 3 years. After which such ladies will be inducted into the next strata or dropped. They'll be inducted into the next strata, which is the orange leading ladies, where they can now make impact, in the lives of the upcoming people, which will be the green leading ladies, or they will be dropped. Ladies in this category will be dropped on the following basis, or if the following qualities are not seen. If there's no vision, we observe you really aren't going anywhere. We see there's no ambition. It's one thing to also have a vision, you've probably seen it, but you're just too laid back. You're not ambitious enough to pursue. Or that the third one is you do not have a commitment to achieve great heights. You could also have the ambition, but you're not willing to delay gratification. You're not willing to commit to it. You're not willing to stoop low to conquer, to achieve those great heights. Rome was not built in a day. And so, for every great man, every great woman you see there, there's always a story behind their success. They never got there probably sipping ice cream on a sunny day. The fourth one is lack of followership. We see that probably you're just on this platform and you're not really following. Opportunities come your way and you don't take up those opportunities, or you're not just following what is being done. The last one, the fifth one, will be milestones achieved. You should be able to look through your life and see milestones achieved, especially based on the 3-year plan that I had intimated earlier that we needed to submit. I'll still get there. For the orange leading lady, these are ladies that are already headed somewhere. They are at least mid-level executives, senior executives, or they own their own businesses, or they are pursuing a particular cause that they are known for. They will serve as mentors for the green leading ladies. Of course, I will not be able to mentor everyone. I also have a sphere, I also have a domain that I would want to leave long lasting legacies in. And if you've been following my introductory writings on the Facebook page, I also remember having dropped a line that you might also aim to end up in a particular sphere. But to get to that sphere, you might need to pass through other spheres. So if that is your own case, like it is for me, that is not a problem at all. It will be noted that you're someone in transition. So these ladies, talking about the orange leading ladies, hope to transit into glowing ladies in the next 7 to 10 years if Jesus tarries. They are ladies willing to transfer and not hoard knowledge or opportunities. They also stand the risk of being dropped for the following reasons: not willing to share knowledge or opportunities, lack of commitment to the initiative, they're not willing to make or possibly they are not making any visible strides in their life journey, because they also need to be headed somewhere to be able to take other people along, or to serve as a muse, to the people coming behind. In my years, in my career, in my years of growing up, in my years having come this far, one gap I have seen, for recreating success, or for what's the right word to use now, or for creating continuity or an enduring legacy, is the gap that comes from mentorship. Many people use that word, but they do not in practice know what the word is about. And that is why this platform is all about mentorship. A mentor would automatically help you bridge the gap. You don't have to take 10 years to get to the same place where somebody else have gotten. All you need to know is what the person knows. All you need to know is walk in the person's steps. All you need to do is leverage on the person's networks, the person's contacts, and the same you might be able to achieve in 5, 6 years. And that way, you have reduced the number of years it took the other person. And that way, we can also keep churning out people that have a track record of success, would have a better society at large. The last strata is the yellow leading ladies. They are also known as the glowing or golden leading ladies. These ones will serve as matrons and mentors for the entire network. Some of them include It's an ever-growing list, just like the other strata. Some of these women include our very own Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Professor Koi Terima, that's the youngest professor, lady professor in Africa, Michelle Obama, Mo Abudu, Dr. Adadevo. Dr. Adadevo is late, but we'll still give her a post-mortem honor as a matron on this platform. Joke Silva, this is just to mention a few. And for these ones I mentioned, there are already steps in place to make sure we get in contact with them and establish the necessary relationship required for them to have a one-on-one touch with us on this platform. I've already sent out word to an organization that caters for Michelle Obama, reaching out to African girls and women. I met Professor Koi Terima on a platform called Role of Women in Emerging African Democracies, and I was able to establish this vision that I've nurtured for the past 3 years now. Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, I was privileged to meet her on under the UWIN platform when we visited Asarok as UWIN awardees. Mo Abudu, I've also been able to meet on a young man's platform that also has to do with women during a breakfast meeting. Dr. Adadevo, I was not able to meet, but this is one woman I admire so much. And then Mrs. Joke Silva too. So these are women that I believe are glowing in their fields and also have been making positive contributions. We're not just talking about famous women here, we're talking about women that have made positive impact and also represent everything womanhood represents. Remember that as women that aspire for greatness, one thing that we must take along is our family values. And on this platform, we will encourage a lot of that in nominating people either as glowing ladies or as someone we want to award. We would also look at the family background, we would look at the family values, we would want to be sure is someone that has high level respect in that area so that at the end of it all, it would not create a negative effect on what we're trying to do. This is not another women leap program. Far from it. We would represent everything womanhood represents and will still aspire to the greatest heights with the support of our husbands, with the support of the men in our lives, and with them would be able to achieve everything we want to achieve. Having said that, I would also like to say that there are top gear plans to have the leading lady TV show. But before I say that, I'd also like us to know that we'll be having an award ceremony to honor women in the last strata. That's the glowing leading ladies that are already making a positive impact, excuse me, nationally and internationally. And at such a forum, would expect that they would pass on tidbits of their success principles to us. And after which, we'll be able to award them, we'll be able to hand out awards to them. We're also trusting that this is something every woman out there would also look forward to. The Leading Lady Network Award Ceremony. It should be something they would be proud to showcase because of how strong network would be, how formidable we would become, and the strong values that we represent. As I said earlier, there are top gear plans to have the Leading Lady TV show where upcoming ladies, especially in the green and the orange category that are making impact in their various spheres can be showcased. Believe me, there is no such thing as cheap publicity. Publicity is publicity. And it will be a great opportunity for these women to be showcased. If you have a great initiative you're running, you have a great NGO you're working at, you don't have to be at your success level yet. You might still even be in your struggling phase, which is one thing that is rare. We have a way of showcasing people that have already succeeded. But on that platform, it won't just be about those that have totally succeeded. It will be about those that are also in their struggles and what exactly it is they are doing to come out of those struggles so that somebody can watch and get inspired. There's an 18 months contingency plan for this already. Next, I'll move on to the mentorship schedule and how it would run. It will start with every green leading lady writing a 3-year plan. I've already hinted us on Facebook concerning this. This will be the first disqualifying assignment. Those who do not have it by the meeting in July, which hopefully will be a physical meeting, would not be given further access to mentorship. You need to have a 3-year plan if you're a green leading lady of what you will be doing. This platform is not for people that just wake up, eat, and begin to move up until it's dark and they sleep again and the cycle continues. No. This is a platform for women, that wake up on their feet. They wake up on their feet, they're ready to pursue, they're ready to stand up from yesterday's struggles and keep at it till they get to where they are going to, or where they intend to get to, or where the platform reasonable enough for them to make an impact. Based on your plan, you'll be assigned a sub mentor. That's for the green leading ladies. You'll be assigned a sub mentor, and the sub mentors are my friends in the orange leading lady category that I've invited on the platform because I will not be able to mentor everyone. The reason for the sub mentor also is because these people will be people in your direct sphere. Whatever sphere it is you want to make an influence, you can't be everywhere. There just has to be a particular place where you want to make an impact. These women will be able to address your needs, answer your questions. We're having the first virtual meeting now, but subsequently there might be other virtual meetings where they want to pass an information across for the people in their own sphere. These women are women, these sub-mentors are people that are already making strides in their different spheres. And believe me, we're already having a rich network of people and that has ample knowledge and opportunities to share. The course overview for this 3-year period will include personality discovery for you. You need to discover yourself from God's perspective. You will need to truly also discover yourself in its entirety. This would also include your blind side. Many people discover just their strengths. They do not also discover their weaknesses or their blind sides. And because they do not discover their blind sides, they have very limited view of themselves. This is what mentorship helps you do. Someone else acts as your mirror. You have the blind side. We're not saying you should brood on them, but we're saying you should know them. You know them, and you also know how to make the best out of them. So we'll be having a personality discovery journey, a personality development journey. This will include a lot of trainings, a lot of readings, a lot of studyings, a lot of writings, a lot of that. There will be a personality ambition match where, based on the things that you have written that you want to achieve, we can look at who you are and be sure this matches, because it might just be some kind of balloon vision that you have. You might have just seen something and you clamor for it. I remember as a young girl growing up as a teenager, I wanted to be a clinical psychologist, not because I knew what it entailed, but just because I liked the sound of it. I wanted to be a clinical psychologist. I went as far as saying I would want to end up in UNICEF. I don't think that vision is totally eradicated right now. But at the time, I didn't know what it was about. I just liked the sound of it. I found a few people that inspired me in that area, and I was following. It probably didn't have a total capturing of my being. Do I have traits that could make me to that line? Oh, absolutely, yes. But does that totally capture me? I do not of necessity think so. So there will be a personality and ambition match. There will be character development, a lot of it. Because much as this is not a religious platform in total, but its foundation is of God. Its foundation is of God. We want our foundations to be strong because when you're up there, it's so easy for you to be pulled down just by one singular act, by one singular scandal, by one singular story. We would not want that to happen. We want women that are responsible, that will keep their track records clean, and there's nothing the enemy is pulling out against you when you're finally in the limelight. And so to achieve this, we'll be doing a lot of, we'll be making a lot of investment into character building, into character development. We're all clay in the hands of the potter, and we're all in the process of our making. The fifth one will be a life path study. Under the life path study, we'll be doing a lot of autobiography study. Where you want to go to someone who has been there or someone has taken that path before, you will need to study. I want to be a Condoleezza Rice. I want to be a Mother Teresa. I want to be a Lee Kuan Yew. I want to be a this and I want to be a that. I want to be a Margaret Thatcher for Britain or for Nigeria as she was for Britain. You would need to study the autobiographies of such people. You will study their life path. What were the applauses? What were the mistakes they made? What did they study in their lifetime? What was their approach? How did they go about it? I would love to be in the media. I would love to make so much impact in the media like Oprah Winfrey has made. Not that it is my endpoint, but I like to make the kind of impact she has made. But would I like to toe also her line of mistakes? Absolutely not. So we'll be doing a lot of life path study. And then the last will be goal setting and pursuit. The 6 categories I have mentioned will take 6 months each. In 3 years, you have 6 months to pursue personality discovery. There will be a lot of courses under it. You have 6 months to pursue personality development. You have 6 months to do a personality ambition match, and this will be a one-on-one with a sub-mentor. You have 6 months to do character development, where the image, the true image as is designed of God for you will be built. You have 6 months to run through your life path study. We'll be doing a lot of autobiography study. We'll be doing a lot of submission of projects. It is no child's play at all. And believe me, you have never had anything like this. You've never seen anything like this. Then the goal setting and pursuit. From the beginning, when you submit the 3-year plan, that will stand as a mirror to guide through your training process, your coaching process. So from day one, it's as though you've started a goal setting and pursuit. But by the last 6 months of your 3-year period, if Jesus tarries, and it's my prayer that God will keep all of us in safe keep. But the last 6 months of the 3-year period, a lot of attention will be given into goal setting, the goals you have set for yourself, or the one that your mentor probably have also set for you. Will be looking at it with so much depth to see how far you've gone, what efforts you are making, and this will play a pivotal role in you being inducted as an orange leading lady. At that point also, you might be dropped if you do not measure up. We want to build a formidable network of women. Remember the scripture I shared, that by you, the arm of the Lord will be established. This simply means that you are an extension of God here on earth. You're an extension of Him in the government house. You are an extension of Him at the Senate. You are an extension of Him in building the economy. You are an extension of Him in education, in rewriting what we have in today's education. You are an extension of Him in what we have today in the church. You are an extension of Him in what we have today in the media. It's just a no-no. You're an extension of him in each of these 7 areas that we are talking about. Two major opportunities that you will be having as a green leading lady, or even as an orange leading lady, would be job opportunities. A lot of the orange leading ladies would be posting opportunities, knowledge. It will be known of this group that there's nobody here that is jobless. There's nobody here that does not have a viable means of income. Another one would be a cooperative fund. Plans are on top gear to structure a cooperative fund that can serve the needs of people in this group that especially want to start off businesses, at least up to the tune of 10 million, 1 to 10 million. But of course, you would not access it at a big level if you're not already doing something big. So this simply means that you would be able to access funds corresponding to the level of what you're doing and what you have the capacity to handle. But this will run as a cooperative fund. That simply means it's not a grant. It's not money just given to you. It's a fund that would be repaid. It will be repaid. But of course, you wouldn't need a collateral for this, but you might need some level of interest. But believe me, it will be a far cry, far lesser than what the banks would offer you, than what the microfinance institutions would offer you, than what any financial institution out there would be giving you. We have investors, we have mentors now in the form of men, most especially, that are willing to do this. Plans also are in top gear, but the structuring would be would consist, the members would consist, those that would administrate the funds would consist of those in this network. Very soon I'll be introducing my very good friend that is a chartered accountant and that understands how to run cooperatives into this forum, and she will be able to man that. I believe the vision is understood. I believe I've been able to share some information that would be very helpful, not just to you and I, but to even generations yet unborn. I'd appreciate if there are any questions. I would wait for about 5 minutes before I stop the broadcast.